What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. My here, and this will be a soul healing reading for my fire signs out there, okay? For Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, okay? Um, I wanted to do some readings with today being 9/9/19. Okay, nines are ending a cycle, and tens are a completion, right? So with it being 9/9, and then you have the 19th, which is 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 is a completion. 9 is the end of the cycle. 10 is completion. And then when you do the 1 plus 0, that's a 1, and that's starting over a completely new cycle. So it is what are we as fire signs are healing and releasing cycles that we are completing, what we are bringing into what we are bringing to life, what we are essentially manifesting with Saturn going direct on the 17th of this month. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 is spiritual wisdom. It's wisdom in and of itself, and it's putting that wisdom into practice. So what are we putting into practice when Saturn does go direct? And Saturn is the planet of karma. It's also the planet of teaching. So what you have learned, you putting that into practice to be independent, but understanding that all things are connected, even though we are being independent, but it's being free from traditions, because next year, 2020, right now we are in a 3-year. 3 is creativity, but it's also coming into alignment. So what are you getting rid of, what doesn't serve you, and then creating the reality that you want and that you deserve? And then next year will be a 4-year, and 4 is about structure, and your methods that you use, are they efficient? So it's right now getting rid of what's not efficient, and then stabilizing out next year and doing things in a practical manner that will be beneficial. And it's also understanding your traditions. Okay, so with the full moon this Friday on the 13th, being a 13th, 1 plus 3 is 4. So this is like the beginning of you starting to stabilize out what it is that you are what you've been working on all year long, all this year. And then you stabilizing it out, beginning to stabilize it out, and bringing it into fruition right now for next year, right? And then it's a full moon in Pisces, so it's your habits versus your subconscious, what you have been working on a subconscious level, and actually bringing it to consciousness, like manifesting that, making it stabilize out. Okay, and Saturn will be issuing out that karma, good, bad, all of that. So balancing out with the full moon being in Pisces too. Also, it's letting go of illusions, and being honest with yourself, being truthful with yourself. And the full moon is a completion. It is the ending of a cycle. Okay, so it's before it goes into a new moon on the 28th of the month. It's coming into it's a culmination of all the things that you have been working on, healing and letting go and releasing, and actually completing it and letting it go, and then starting over, starting afresh. Okay, so again, this will be for the air signs. I have quite a few cards that I'm going to pull, and I always see readings about love, money, finances, and things like that, but it's not that often that I've come across things that are talking about readings that are tapping into what you are healing at a soul level. Okay, and understand that energy is fluid. Tarot is simply energy, so it may or may not resonate right now, and it might resonate in the future, and it might it might resonate with something in your past, but it's not. Tarot reading is not to predict the future. Please understand that. It's simply to give you insights into your current energies. And because you have free will, you have the ability to change any outcome. So you simply saying no to something can change the whole outcome of what a reader might have told you, the insights that they may have given you in a reading. So never give away your power, okay? And you would be giving away your power if you believe that what is in the cards is finite or final, okay? That's it. That's the end all be all. Do not give your power away like that, okay? So understand that. And like I said, if it doesn't resonate right now, maybe it will, or maybe it might resonate with something in the past. Okay, I'm trying to cut these readings down because, whoops, I did air signs and I did earth signs, and earth signs I believe was the longest, right? But I wanted you all to understand the number. I already shuffled the cards. I don't know why I'm shuffling again. I wanted you all to understand the astrology and numerology behind the energy, as well as with the tarot and what you might be experiencing. So this is for, again, my Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And I'm going to call upon our divine way shores of unconditional love, healing, and peace to give me accuracy and clarity, and give my Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius understanding in what it is that they are needing to know about what they're healing on a soul level. So be it, and so it shall be. Thank you. What you are healing, needing to work on healing. Sexual arts wanted to come out. If it was meant to come out, it will. So when I was shuffling, I got like for my fire signs that a lot of you all are working on coming into your authentic self. You might be coming into what you have been working on. You're actually manifesting it, and it's coming into fruition. So you're about to step into the limelight, per se, of what it is you've been trying to do. We have the letting go, and at the bottom of the deck we have selling out. So be mindful that when you do manifest what it is that you have been working on, and you step into your power, your leadership. And because stepping into the limelight doesn't necessarily mean worldwide fame, okay? It could be your circle fame, like in your neighborhood fame, in your immediate circle, people that you interact with in a city and state fame, okay? It might not be worldwide, but you become recognized and known on some level, okay? Be mindful that when you do step into that power, you don't sell out. Don't sell yourself short. Don't let your ego overtake your humility, okay? We need ego, but your ego is needed for you to stand firm on your beliefs and your principles, okay? But it's not to run rampant to where you become egotistical, okay? So you have, and that's the one. So staying true to yourself. And I said, I saw as I was shuffling, like your authentic voice. So being authentic with who you are, okay? Being true to yourself. And that's essentially, again, what Saturn is about. Saturn is about truth, like being true to who you are. And then it's funny that you have the 26, that's an 8. So again, your wisdom, putting what you have learned from, and then putting what you have learned into practice, okay? Letting go of things that no longer served you, letting go of the past. I get from this card, if you can see it, it's like these people back here in the background, they're hooded and they're holding candles. I kind of get the sense that they are essentially trying to show her something, teach her something, or she's not wanting to face them. Maybe it's something about them that scares her. Maybe it's something that is that some of my fire signs are holding on to and not wanting to let go. They're not really wanting to face it, not look back, because it would shatter your reality. Like it would shatter the illusions that you have been holding on to. This false reality that you've been holding on to. So you are needing to face it, like really let it go and own what's true for you. Okay. And then what you are needing to rebel against, as like traditions, what society is imposing upon you, what your family might be imposing upon you, what you might be imposing upon yourself, needing to let go, becoming a divine rebel. Release the hold of darkness and be it cause. Again, another. So you have 26, 26, 8 and 8. 8 is also abundance and manifesting. It can also be that. It's also your power, being decisive, and letting go of, you know, constraints and societal norms or dogma. Okay. But with this, and at the bottom of the deck, going beyond normal, which is a 14, which is a 5, and it's change. So you have an 8 and a 5, which are both on the soul plane, the spiritual plane, that higher self plane, right? And change. And with it being a 5, 5 is how you love, unconditional love, freedom of expression. So you, with the 5 and the 8, it's you expressing yourself and being who you truly are, stepping into your power, but needing to let go of old hurts, wounds, old ways of thinking, gaining control over your ego. With this, relax the hold of darkness, and be it cause. That's is definitely my fire signs needing to step into their power and let go of all illusions, even stepping into, because Pisces is all, it could be spirituality as well. So stepping into being a spiritual teacher of some sort. With I know with a lot of Sages, Jupiter rules Sag, okay, and but Jupiter is also at home in Leo, right? So it's with Jupiter. Jupiter is a guru planet, and what I mean by guru is that and it's also the planet of spirituality or religion, for if you want to call it religion, but spirituality and teaching. But with it being a guru planet, it's a matter of a guru has to go through a lot of different things. They've experienced a lot in order to learn, to be able to teach, to become those spiritual teachers. And some of those things might have caused some pain and hurt and caused you to pick up some habits that are not for your highest good, some codependencies, okay? Because with Pisces energy, and this full moon being on the 13th, and 13 is what, death, transformation. I didn't say that in some of the other signs, but that's essentially, the 13 represents that Scorpio energy. It's death in the tarot. Okay, so that's that death and rebirth, that transformation. And I believe one or two of this, I believe the earth sign actually got the transformation card, but it's that letting go of codependencies. And some of my fire signs might have picked up some bad habits along the way to numb what they were going through, what Saturn retrograde and Jupiter retrograde and Pluto retrograde and Neptune retrograde, and now Uranus is retrograde. Like it was a lot of planets retrograde this year, but it was all for us to revisit things that we might have missed in the past, things that we needed to learn, things that we needed to bring up to heal. Okay. But some of us develop some coping mechanisms to help us not have to really deal with it, to deal with what was causing us grief, and we didn't necessarily learn the lessons. Okay, well, now Jupiter has gone direct, and Jupiter is also the planet of expansion, but you cannot expand if you are still holding on to things in the past. If you're still holding on to, I hate saying darkness, because darkness is beauty. Everything that was ever created was created in darkness. Everything that ever became whole in darkness, and then it was exposed to the light. But that's a whole other story. Okay. But whatever you experienced that is causing you to feel quote unquote darkness, you didn't want to deal with it. And again, because Pisces is like 12th house, 12th house is, it could be illusions and not really dealing with what's before you. Some of us are needing to deal with that. Okay, really focus on it, heal it, and let it go, to step into our power, to get that expansion that is trying to be given to us. Okay. I'm going to pull 6 cards. 6 because 6 on, if you've been watching my channel, you've been following me, I talk a lot about numerology. So some of y'all, if you're new to the channel, welcome, first and foremost. And thank you for tuning in. But if you're new to the channel, you might want to go back to some of the videos where I'm talking about numerology. I won't be able to link all of them, but some of my first videos I talked about like numerology. So like 6 and the different planes, like your physical plane, your conscious plane, and then your soul plane. 6 is on the conscious plane, and it's right in the middle. And 6 is the number of creativity and destruction, because your thoughts become things, and what you think you create. Okay, so are you creating beauty, or are you creating destruction? So on a soul level, what are you working on and creating? Or excuse me, messages from spirit. This leadership card keeps coming out. That came out for the earth signs, so some of y'all might be tied to some earth signs in some type of way. That will help you step into your power, your leadership. What did I say about these illusions? I just said that some of my fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, are not really focusing on what has been going on with them, and it's keeping them stuck in an illusion, and it's not allowing y'all to be free, and y'all need to set yourself free from these illusions and move forward to be able to step into your power, return the country. This came out in the air signs. Some of y'all might be tied to some air signs, because air signs needed to do some serious healing. It seems like they might have had a rift with somebody that was causing them issues. Maybe some of y'all got some conflict with some air signs, and y'all need to accept the responsibility of what y'all's in that relationship, and fix it. Intuition. Okay. Bottom of the deck, surprise gifts. That Jupiter energy, that expansion, stepping into your power, and healing, and that abundance, but needing to let go of illusions and heal first. Being responsible for your mess, what's mess for you, and making other people accept the responsibility for their mess. Again, for some of my Sagittarius, Leos, and Aries, my fire signs, y'all are needing to go within and do a return to self. Okay, some of y'all might need to, like I told the air signs, some of y'all might need to go back to where you come from, return to your place of birth, to gain some insights that'll help you step into your power and let go of illusions, and but also step into your responsibility, your role, and your mission, and what it is that you need to do in life, but needing to trust your intuition. Okay, some of y'all might need to, some of my fire signs might need to, again, like I told the air signs, some of my fire signs might need to go to a place that you've never been to. You're traveling to a place that you've never been to, but it's your ancestral land that will help you connect with your ancestors, that will put you into your power, that'll help you break some cycles, that'll help you stop being in an illusion, that will help you come into self, right, and set you free. You have the goddess, the triple goddess thing here. That's essentially what this is, the triple goddess symbol, the cycles of the moon, phases of the moon, right? What is it? Maiden, mother, and crane, or something like that, I believe. So like young, middle age, and old age. So that wisdom, tapping into that feminine energy, that wisdom, balancing out your masculine and your feminine. Fire is a masculine element, okay? Just like my air signs, that's a masculine element, and some of y'all are needing to tap into your intuition and get out of your thinking, get out of your head. With this blue here, that's emotion and your truth, tapping into what's true for you, and also tapping into your emotions. Back to the channel.